Prime Flash coming to you live from Douala, Cameroon's economic capital with me, Fon Quinter. And we begin today's edition in the Lithowa region where 3 persons have sustained injuries following an accident around Jogo, a locality between Banga and Kongsembamongo division of the Lithowa region. According to reports, 2 trucks transporting crates collided in the early hours of Wednesday, September 7, 2022, leaving 3 injured and huge material damage. Victims were rushed to the St. Mark Hospital in Jumbi for proper medical attention. Meanwhile, investigation has been opened. Now, a 37-year-old man identified as Emil Sonengale has been arrested by law enforcement officials for allegedly impersonating some Anglophone members of government. The alleged cyber criminal was presented to the press in Yaoundé Wednesday, September 7. He was reportedly impersonating the accounts of the Minister of Secondary Education, the Secretary of State at the Ministry of Basic Education, Minister Delegate in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Regional Development, among other state personalities. He uses their identities on social media to extort money from Cameroonians. Now, the Yupwe Gendarmerie Brigade has apprehended a gang of 3 criminals known for causing terror in the neighborhood. The suspected criminals were presented to the press September 5, 2022 in Douala, as Joy Ngong tells us.
They are 3 young Cameroonians, barely between the ages of 21 and 26 years old. Noted Dari, also known as Kudutet, 21 years old and leader of the gang. Niada Abraham, also known as Haute Tension, 24 years old. Araka Bienvenue, also known as Machete, 26-year-old. All suspected bandits apprehended by the elements of Yupwe Gendarmerie in an operation led by the senior warrant officer Mané Poise Gaston under the command of Commander Babila Romeo. They were presented to the press on Monday, September 5, 2022. On the night of August 25, 2022 at about 8:45 p.m., after we were informed of the presence of suspicious individuals at a place called Hotel Marina 2000 in Yupwe, our forces immediately raided the area dressed in civilian attire. This operation led to the arrest of 4 robbers, including a national from a neighboring country who was specialized in motorbike theft and other types of robbery. When we caught them, they were in possession of 2 motorbikes, a dagger and 17 wraps of Indian hemp, which we immediately seized. They tried to run away. One of them, Dari, even shot at a gendarme officer in a bid to flee. The population of Yupwe helped us a lot. 2 of them jumped into the river. One of them was caught and the other one died, and his corpse was only found 3 days later. His remains are currently at the Lakentini mortuary. These suspected bandits were accused of operating in the domain of motorbike theft, robbing banks, harassment of individuals with arms, and even murder. One of the gang members, whose name Media Prime Television got as Ibrahim, is still on the run. According to the senior warrant officer, they will be charged in court for conspiracy, illegal possession of weapons, arms and ammunition, and illegal consumption of drugs. All these crimes they will answer for, a job well done by the National Gendarmerie.
3 days after the resumption of classes for the 2022-2023 school year, fire has ravaged the administrative building of the Kribi Technical High School. According to reports, the fire yet to be ascertained broke out at about 5 a.m. Wednesday, September 7, 2022. Material damage recorded was enormous, according to our source in Kribi Ocean Division of the South Region. Meanwhile, investigation has been opened to determine the cause of the inferno. Now, the Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Pauline Nalova-Lyonge, has officially launched an academic orientation platform to facilitate information flow in the secondary education sector. Cynthia Azanu tells us more on this report.
In recent times, parents, guardians, and students have continued to face difficulties in academic orientation, especially during the back-to-school period. In this light, the Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Nalova-Lyonge, has provided a platform where parents, guardians, students, and any other member of the educational community can get every information they need for academic orientation by contacting 242-237-000. This is in a case of any related secondary education issue. According to a parent, this is a good initiative by the Minister of Secondary Education.
That the minister's decision in providing a number where parents or guardians can call to find out how to orientate their children is very important, because between the ministry and the parents is the children, is the student that is in between. So if the parent is going in another direction and the ministry also is going in another direction, it will play on the child. So but if the minister is looking for a forum where the parents can come together to seek the opinion and how to orientate their child, I think that it is very important, and the guardians or the parents should grab this opportunity and work towards the bettering of their children.
Students on their part have welcomed the idea brought up by the Minister of Secondary Education.
It's a good initiative because most of us, since we are just resuming school, we are blank. We don't really know what education is all about. As a result of this, due to these digital numbers, we are able to call to understand what education is all about, in order for the minister to scaffold us for us to succeed or have a better life.
According to Minister Pauline Nalova-Lyonga, this also contributes to the implementation of the digitalization of teaching and the transformation of obstacles into opportunities, which has also been welcomed by parents. It should be noted that this platform, launched on the 5th of September 2022, is an academic or orientation platform.
About 20 internally displaced persons living in Mabanda, a neighborhood in Bonaberi, Douala Falls subdivision of the Lithowa region, have received school material from members of House of Commons. One of my media primes Politica talk shows, Nicole Tako, accompanied the team and now reports.
Members of the House of Commons, one of my media prime's top political debate shows, have donated basic school materials to 20 internally displaced persons in Mabanda, a neighborhood at Bonaberi, Douala. During the giveaway, 2 outstanding primary school pupils benefited with scholarship opportunities to foster their education.
After consultation with panelists and the management of my media prime television, we saw the need to assist our brothers and sisters who are internally displaced living in Douala, Bonaberi, and Mabanda and around. And being a television that will inform, educate, and entertain, we believe that education is the core value of any nation. So we decided to come and give books, pens and some didactic materials to some of our brothers and sisters who have left the southwest and the northwest region, who are having difficulties to send their children to school. We decided that in our only 2 ways, let us support them.
The donation, which is geared towards supporting and enabling them resume school effectively, also comes 2 weeks after they had donated foodstuffs to these internally displaced persons. Reason why? The team took upon the initiative of donating school items to the kids this time around.
We donated some foodstuff to them, and we decided this time around that we'll come and give them books. So we want to thank all those who are panelists. We want to thank Mr. Robert in the United States, Mr. Max from Germany. We want to thank also Ms. Angalim. We want to thank Ali and all those who took out time, Barrister Archie Julius, all those who took out time to support our initiative. We want to thank them. I want to thank Dr. Eyong Ta, who also contributed to, and all those who
The beneficiaries on their part also took time off in appreciating their donors.
We want to thank that they learn very well. Then I will thank them that they should give more, and when they will not be able.
Thank God over, because as you see,
I'm really grateful to God. I had difficulties in coming because of the rain, but I still decided to come. I thank our sponsors for restoring our children's hope of going back to school by giving them writing materials and scholarships. These children could not collect their report cards for last year. because they had no money to pay fees. So I am really grateful. It is the 7th year into the armed conflict rocking the English-speaking regions of Cameroon, and every day, people continue being displaced. Thus, the need for more interventions to ensure everyone lives a better life. One reason why House of Commons talks and handles the plight of the masses every Sundays on My Media Prime Television.
Now let's take you out of Cameroon, where at least 15 people have been killed in western Uganda after a landslide brought on by heavy rains buried their homes. According to the Red Cross, rescue continues to dig through the mud in search of survivors following a recent lengthy drought. Severe rains have descended on parts of Uganda since July, resulting in flooding, fatalities, and a devastation of infrastructure, crops, and home. The country's weather agency had issued a warning advising residents of mountainous areas to be watchful or seek refuge in safer areas, as abnormal heavy rains that could be destructive were predicted from August through December 2022. And Germany has resumed reconnaissance patrols in eastern Mali as part of a UN peacekeeping mission known as MINUSCA, the military said Wednesday, after suspending the operation last month when the Malian government denied flyover rights. On August 12, the Defense Ministry said it had suspended reconnaissance and related operations after Mali's ruling junta denied permission for flights to support personnel rotation under the UN's MINUSCA mission. MINUSCA, the United Nations multi-dimensional integrated stabilization mission in Mali, was launched in 2013 to help Mali cope with bloody jihadi campaign. We've come to the end of today's edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. Coming up at exactly 10 a.m. is the brief with Lasha Kingsley and Gladys Bamotongina. My name is Fon Quinter. Today's edition was compiled and produced thanks to Elvis. Modika. Developments of this and more be yours at exactly 6:30 p.m. with Eileen Sama. Goodbye.
Welcome to a new world of TV broadcasting. My Media Prime. News,